Hey guys, it's Shadow Arty here, and I'm back with another 6th Gen Wi-Fi battle. Today we got a match against Donique. This is another match for my stream using the same team I have in the past 2 or 3 videos. And looking at his team, I'm kind of afraid of that Togekiss because if it's a para-flinching, Air Slash, Thunder Wave, Serene Grace set, then he's going to flinch me and para-hacks me to death. Of course, my only Pokemon that can't get paralyzed is my Flygon, but then again, my Flygon is part Dragon, yeah, it is part Dragon, and Togekiss is part Fairy, so that's not going to work out for me too well. If he has a Scarfed Garchomp, then he outspeeds my entire team, so I'm definitely afraid of that. And yeah, and the Haxorus, if it sets up a few Dragon Dances, then I could be in trouble as well. So yeah, so why don't we get started with this match? I actually decided to lead off my Venusaur, predicting my opponent to lead off with the Rhyperior to set up rocks, and of course, that actually works out for me very well, as he does lead off with the Rhyperior. And I'm pretty much free to just go for a Giga Drain, because if I go for a Giga Drain and this is a defensive Rhyperior, not specially defensive, he's going to die to a Giga Drain, and you're going to see, I go for the Giga Drain, and it's a one-hit KO, and he's not going to put up any rocks in this match, and the Rhyperior is dead. So that's going to be really awesome for me. He decides to bring in the Espeon now, knowing that if I bring in my Bronzong, I can't set up hazards, so that's going to be really unfortunate for me because of Magic Bounce. So I actually decided to go into my Aromatisse now, knowing that I could probably take any hit he wants to go for. He goes for the Shadow Ball, and I know I can take that pretty well. You're going to see how much damage that does. That does like maybe like 20%. And yeah, so I can't poison this thing, but I actually decide to just go for the poison anyway, I believe, maybe predicting the switch. So I think he bounces that back at me. Actually, no, I go for the Moonblast. I'm sorry. I go for Moonblast just to deal as much damage as possible. It does maybe like 30%. I don't know. That's going to be pretty good amount of damage for me, actually, because I'm not invested in any attacking EV. So that's going to be awesome for me. He actually decides to switch out and go into his Mawile. Nice play on his part, knowing that he resists my Moonblast. That's a really nice play on his part. I actually just decided to go for the Wish, you know, heal back some HP. Why not? And I'm kind of afraid of this Mawile, because I'm not sure what he wants to do, and Mawile is a very scary Pokemon, especially if it Mega Evolves. So I'm actually going to switch now, and I'm going to go into my Jellicent, I believe. No, I actually decided to go into my Gallade, I'm sorry. So if he goes for a Dark-type move, he activates my Justified ability, as he's going to Mega Evolve. Here you're going to see Mega Mawile. I know Mega Mawile is in Ubers, but I decided to let my opponent bring it anyway. He actually goes for the Iron Head, nice play on his part. And that's going to be a one-hit KO. Very bad play on my part, as my Gallade is going to die easily, and I lose my Gallade, so that really sucks. As he actually goes for the Sucker Punch, I make a great play. I just go for the Will-O-Wisp, and of course I missed the Will-O-Wisp. You know, what are you going to do? He's actually going to decide to switch now, knowing that he doesn't want to get burnt again, and he's going to go back into the Espeon. I believe I predicted that and go for the Scald, so very nice play on my part. And I was kind of hoping to get the burn. Unfortunately, I don't get the burn, but you know, what are you going to do? I decided to go back into my my Chanel, my Aromatisse once again, knowing that I could probably take any hit he wants to go for, based on the hits he tried to do last time. He goes to Dazzling Gleam, you know, whatever. I don't think it's going to really do any amount of damage, but unfortunately he gets a crit. So you know, what are you going to do? I figured that the Mawile's probably going to come out again, so I figured I'd just go for a Moonblast. You know, if he stays in and the Espeon dies, if he brings in the Mawile, which he does, it's going to do a pretty fair amount of damage. Not going to do too much, but you know, not too much to hurt, not too much to like make a difference. So I actually get the special attack drop, which of course does not matter at all. And I'm actually going to go into my Jellicent once again. I really have no reason not to. If Sucker Punch is his only attacking dark moves, that puts me in a huge advantage, because he really can't kill me in one hit. He actually goes for Iron Head, you know, it's not really going to do anything. As long as he doesn't carry Crunch or a knockoff, I believe, I should be fine. I'm not sure if Mawile gets knockoff. It might not. But yeah, so I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp again, knowing that he's probably has a Sucker Punch as he goes into the Espeon. Nice play on his part. I figured I'd go for this play. It was worth it. Even if I burn myself, you know, whatever. Jellicent doesn't really care about being burnt. I have my Aromatisse still, so I can potentially Heal Bell it if I really want to. But then again, it's still a burn. I still have Recover, so I'm not too worried. I figured I'd probably switch now. You know, there's no reason for me to stay and take unnecessary damage, considering that I can't do anything to this Espeon. I figured I'd just go back into my Aromatisse, knowing I could probably take any hit he wants to go for. As he's just going to go for the Psychic, you know, that's his best play, you know, whatever. It's going to do a pretty good amount of damage. I live with like 7 HP. But unfortunately, that's going to make my Chanel die because he does outspeed me, and I have a dead Aromatisse. So my Aromatisse is going to die, you know, whatever. No heal belling for me anymore, so I have to play a little bit more conservatively. I decided to bring in my Flygon now, knowing that I can outspeed, and I figured I'd just go for the U-turn. It's super effective, and it deals pretty good amount of damage. He makes a nice play and goes into the Togekiss, you know. What can he do? Actually, no, I don't go for the U-turn. I'm sorry. I decided to go for the Fire Punch just to deal... I don't know why I went for Fire Punch, honestly. I think I was just didn't want to deal no damage to this Togekiss. I actually decided to go into my Bronzong knowing that this Togekiss can't really do much to me. He can Paraflinch me, but that's about it. But it's going to take a few turns to do that because he first needs to paralyze me, hope for a Para-Hacks, and then start spamming Air Slash. So he actually brings in the Espeon now. I think I actually predicted this and went for the Psychic, so that's actually pretty nice for me because it almost takes this Espeon out. I figured I'd just spam Psychic at this point because I really can't do anything else. Whatever he wants to go for, he actually does have Shadow Ball, so that kind of sucks. It's going to do a pretty good amount of damage, maybe like a little like 45%. I just keep spamming Psychic. I really have no reason not to. I want to kill this Espeon and stop him from Magic Bouncing, but like, you know, I really have no one else to bring into it for my Espeon to take a damage from this Espeon. He goes for another Shadow Ball, a bit unfortunate because my Bronzong's actually basically at no HP. And the Espeon is dead, but then again, Bronzong is so slow, so it's going to be really hard for me to set up Stealth Rocks. So, a bit unfortunate because he still has a Togekiss, which is weak to rocks, and it would have been nice to have his Togekiss take damage every time he wants to come in. He decides to bring in his Mawile now, and of course that scares me out. He goes for Fire Fang, but he actually misses, which I thought was really funny. And I actually do put up my rocks. I did not even know Fire Punch. I did not know even that Fire Fang could miss. Like, I thought it was 100 accuracy. Turns out that Fire Fang, I think, has 95 accuracy, so the lucky 5% was on my side as I do get the rocks up. So if there's hacks in this match, that hacks goes to me because I was so happy about that. I decided to bring in my Jellicent now, and I figured I'd just go for a Will-O-Wisp now, knowing that the Espeon is dead now. He actually goes for Play Rough, which tells me that he probably doesn't have another Dark type attack other than Sucker Punch. So that is good information to know. I do land the burn against this Mega Mawile, which is huge because even though I am going to die to my own burn, actually no, I don't die. I live with like 1 HP. He's actually going to switch out, which I thought was pretty interesting because he could have killed me easily there. He should have just stayed in, honestly, and just went for a Sucker Punch. Actually, no, he shouldn't have went for Sucker Punch because then I would have went for the Recover, but I actually decided to just go for the Scald. I figured I'm going to die anyway. Honestly, I probably should have just went for the Recover. That was my better play. And I am going to die to my own burn. So, really unfortunate, though. I do burn this Togekiss, though. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but I can potentially, since I am going to die to my own burn, I can bring in pretty much any fast Mon, like my Flygon, and just kill this Togekiss, preventing him from roosting. So, that's going to be really nice. I actually decided to bring in my Venusaur instead of Flygon, because I know a Sludge Bomb is going to be a one-hit KO, regardless, even if he roosts, because then it's regardless, because the Togekiss is going to die either way. And that's a dead Togekiss. So his next Pokemon is the Haxorus, which I really can't do anything to because I don't have any ice moves on this team. My Gallade, unfortunately, does not carry the Ice Punch. As he goes for Dragon Dance, really, really unfortunate because I really can't do anything to this thing. I actually just decided to go for Sleep Powder. It's really my only play. I really have nothing else to go for. He resists like all my attacks. I believe Sludge Bomb is probably my best play, maybe hoping that he wake up and I hit him with a poison, but that's about it. So I figured I'd just spam Sludge Bomb, you know, why not? Sludge Bomb is almost a 2-hit KO, so that's going to be really nice as I'm going to be able to take out this Haxorus in one hit. The Sludge Bomb actually did a little bit more damage than I thought it would. Honestly, Haxorus wasn't either as bulky as I thought it was, or my Venusaur is just too good. His next Mon is the Garchomp, and I figured I'd just go for the Giga Drain, as he's going to go for an Outrage. And look at that damage. You're going to see. That is not going to kill me. And I go for Sleep Powder, and what do you know? I missed the Sleep Powder. Should have just went for Giga Drain there. I should have just went for Giga Drain. That's really unfortunate for me because I'm going to lose my Venusaur now. Honestly, if I went for Giga Drain, I would have been able to take out this Not take him out, but deal really good damage to this Garchomp. I do get a 2-turn Outrage, which, you know, is always nice because I can bring in my Flygon, and now I can go for my own Outrage if I really need to. Turns out that he's faster, so that tells me that he is Choice Scarfed. However, he hits himself in confusion, so I actually decided to go for the Earthquake because he still has the Mawile, and Outrage doesn't work because he still had the Mawile. And he, unfortunately, there's no luck for him because he actually hits himself in confusion again. Had he landed one Outrage, I would have been a dead Flygon. This would have been his match. He hits himself in confusion twice, and that's going to pretty much allow me to win this match because at this point, he still has the Mega Mawile, but with him being burnt, I can just go for an Earthquake, and that's going to kill this Mawile. And even if it doesn't kill and he goes for Sucker Punch, you know, whatever, he's burnt. He really can't do anything to me because his attack is halved. And that is going to be the game. I believe that was a 3-0 victory in my favor. So yeah, so hopefully you guys did enjoy today's battle. If you did, leave me a like, a favorite, and a subscription. And I will catch you guys in the next one. This is Shadow Artie signing out. Peace, guys.